first half.
And this crowd doesn't really know what to think right now about what's going on in this game, but don't be surprised. As I said, Auburn is playing some of their best basketball so far.
And there's a steal. Brackett racing with Lawson. Got it in the foul.
Auburn is just really dominating this basketball game. You have one of the quickest players on the court and the best player for Auburn, Natasha Brackett, getting things going with the steal, the bucket, the hoop, and the horn. Here's the turnover, and there's Natasha Brackett off to the races, and instead of letting her go, Kara Lawson is called for the foul. Didn't look like much contact, but still, nothing you can do about it now.
That's the second foul on Lawson, so she has to come out of the game with 9:38 to go.
Right, and she doesn't even have any points in the game, so more fouls than points at this stage.
Brackett's got 7. Auburn on a 12-2 run, and the Tigers lead at 21-11.
And they're doing it with defense and boards, and that's the way you win basketball games.
This game was tied at 9-all. Baseline, Eli, nice drive on the baseline around Payne.
Good job by Eli to duck in on the baseline and get that basket.
And you see it, Auburn, the last 5 minutes, has been able to jump out with his 8-point lead. Brackett underneath, kicks it out, another free throw.
There's another.
Good again by Payne.
Great job by Payne, showing a little touch from the high post and just nails that basket.
10-point game, 9 minutes to go. Bad pass again from Jackson.
The Lady Vols look so out of sync, and that's
Loudon working against the freshman Zolman.
I'm sorry, that's a direct result of what Auburn is forcing them to do. Auburn is creating the tempo in this game and creating opportunities for themselves to get steals and get easy baskets.
Brackett running the show, working against Moore. Shot clock at 3. Brackett for the corner, hits. Shot clock was at 2, and Brackett still got it to go.
And you put it in your big money player's hands, and she nails the basket. Auburn racing out to a 12-point lead over the Lady Vols.
And this zone has really given Tennessee fits.
It's giving them fits. They're forcing shots.
They've been in the zone all the time, but so far Tennessee not able to hit. Why not? Zolman inside. Good rebound. Her first basket. 10-point game. 25-15. Auburn shooting well, has hit 6 of its last 7 field goal attempts. Tigers lead by 10. Loudon, another 3.
Loudon's not shy. We hear you loud and clear over here. That was a nice 3 by Nicole Loudon.
28-15. I like that. Loud and clear.
All right, I got a million of them.
That's what I'm afraid of. Zolman has her shot blocked. Eli gets fouled on the play.
Bob, again, Marita Payne is the best shot blocker on this team. The long reach and sent that shot back.
There's Shira Eli, one of the better free throw shooters on this team at 77%. Now 12 to a very poised and well-coached Auburn team.
Their first SEC game on their home court. Very disappointing.
Give Auburn some credit, though. They've made some shots, 7 of their last 8. And the Tigers have earned this lead.
And they're being very aggressive offensively. Leading the way is Natasha Brackett.
She knifes in for the bucket and the foul.
Loses the headband but scores the bucket and has a chance for a 3-point play.
She just stayed with that one. She had Lori Moore all over and just got around her.
And look at her quickness. If you can beat Lori Moore, turns the corner on Lori Moore, the dip move, up and in, basket and 1.
And the foul is on Taisha Fluker. So to the line goes Natasha Brackett. She's been the difference in this game. She's got 12 points. Ashley Robinson back in for Tennessee. And out will go Fluker.
Putting Robinson in, trying to see if they can get some points down low and kind of stabilize their offense. But Auburn is playing that zone to perfection. They're not giving Tennessee anything. Every time they turn the corner, there's someone there with hands in their faces, bodies in the paint, and not allowing them any open looks.
Robinson top of the circle. Forces her way down the lane and draws the foul. Well, it's on now 2 of 6 today. And now 2 of 7. And Payne rebounds for Auburn. 14 points is the Tiger lead with 6:47 to go in the first half. Auburn. Johnson out of the game, makes a bad
One of their games, and now she's coming off the bench as a senior, but still a very valuable player for her team.
But a bad turnover there, and Tennessee gets the ball back. Tennessee looking for a spark from somebody. And Auburn stays in that zone. Moore runs into trouble, gives to Eli. There's that baseline move again. Can't finish. Robinson back up. She can't finish. And now the long rebound comes out to Brackett.
Again, just forcing Tennessee to, there's always someone in their face when they're shooting. There's always someone around them, and making it very difficult for them to get open looks.
Tigers 10 of 15 from the field. Tennessee trying to step it up defensively. Shot clock is down to 10. Brackett over the top. Battle for the rebound, and finally Ashley Robinson comes out of there with it. Auburn just looks a step quicker today to the ball.
They do. They look crisp. They look very intense, and they already have good team speed, but today they look very impressive. Robinson.
Way away from the basket, now makes it move down the lane. Whistle, traveling violation. Robinson tries an Elijah Bond at Thompson Bowling Arena, winding down the first half, and Tennessee trying to close with a flurry. Auburn now going a little bit man-to-man here.
And again, coming into this season, Joe Champy talked about.
There's Eli driving baseline and scores. Make that Butts. Tasha Butts scores on the baseline.
Nice drive by Butts to cut the lead down to 7. But as I said, Joe Champy talked about switching defenses and having depth to make sure they can try to play more man-to-man. But right now they don't need to do that because they're stifling Tennessee with that zone defense.
Cut the lead down to 7. Lawson playing with 2 fouls there in the corner. Brackett pops out, misses, rebound inside, put back is good inside. Nice play.
So got the position, the inside position, put the ball up and put it in.
That's a momentum breaker for Tennessee as Willingham gets on the offensive glass as Auburn continues to lead the battle of the boards. There's a shot. Jackson blocked on the base play. A breakdown somewhere on the Auburn defense. Not supposed to give him a layup on the inbounds play. Here's Brackett over and back, pressured at midcourt. Tasha Butts forces the over and back, and Auburn's going to take a timeout. Tennessee picking up the defensive pressure. And
they
Brackett
force Auburn into some turnovers. Here you see the trap by Butts and Lawson, and Brackett dribbles the ball on the opposite side of the court.
So the turnover, the 9th of the
lead down even further.
Butts on the left wing for Tennessee. Now to Lawson straight out. Moore. An outside jumper is good by Laurie Moore.
The thing with the ball from outside, she leads the team in three-point percentage there, just a tad inside the line, and scores the goal.
Now the lead's down to 5. And Tennessee, the pressure has really affected Auburn's flow offensively. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Tennessee is doing to Auburn what was done to them earlier in the game, disrupting them offensively and getting
some. 35-28, the Auburn lead is 7.
The key here for Auburn is to get a defensive stop and try to get this back to a double-digit lead heading into the half.
Jackson at the free throw line. Knocks it down.
But thanks to Gwen Jackson, the lead is now down to 5, and the Lady Vols are looking to make this a get this down to under 5 points.
Brackett against Eli. Shut off out to Derrick. Here's a long jumper way off the mark and out of bounds as Stevenson can't get it to go. Moore pushes. Eli!
And you talk about Laurie Moore and what she does with the basketball in her hands. Always a heads-up player and finds Shira Eli streaking for the uncontested layup.
Under a minute to go. Here's the pressure again by Tennessee, and Brackett bottled up, almost to steal. Auburn breaks it, and an easy layup put up by Derrick. They broke the press, and Derrick had a wide lane right to the basket.
Bob, it looked like a delayed layup drill in a sense after all the defense flooded to half court, and Nancy Derrick got the easy lay-in. Here's
Jackson. She drives in. Whistle. Defense here. They don't want Lawson to pick up her 3rd foul.
That's right.
And Jackson back to the stripe. All SEC player. She's from Alabama. Eufaula. And has 8 points in the first half. 3-point game. Auburn could take the last shot of the half. Derrick in front court. You guessed it, Brackett. They wanted to take it. 5 seconds to go on the game clock. Brackett to the baseline. Forces it up, no good. Putback is good at the buzzer.
That was huge by Marie to